Thank you. We're following several major court rulings at this hour. Let's begin here in Indiana. The state Supreme Court has lifted an order blocking the state's near total ban on abortion.
The court ruled there's no broad constitutional protection for abortion, but left the door open for further arguments. News 8's government reporter Garrett Bergquist is here to explain.
Well, the Attorney General's office says despite today's ruling, Indiana's abortion ban is not yet in effect. And this ruling is very much not the last word.
A Marion County judge blocked the law back in September on privacy grounds. The state appealed, and the Indiana Supreme Court has now thrown out the judge's order. The court ruled the state constitution protects a woman's right to an abortion that is necessary to protect her life or to protect her from a serious health risk. But Section 1 generally permits the General Assembly to prohibit abortions which are unnecessary to protect a woman's life or health, so long as the legislation complies with the constitutional limits that apply to all legislation.
Well, we're obviously disappointed, but the decision does recognize a right to obtain an abortion under certain circumstances, and we are able now to go back to the trial court to argue that the law still is unconstitutional because of its limitations.
The law bans abortion under almost any circumstances. The only exceptions are up to 10 weeks into pregnancy for rape or incest, and up to 20 weeks into pregnancy to prevent the death of or serious injury to the mother. The ACLU says that last part provides an opening.
For instance, there is no exception in the law for a situation where it would be disastrous from the mental health perspective, whether there are other medical risks that do not rise to the level of what the law currently allows. So we obviously are still looking at the law and still deciding what to do, but it does seem that there is room available to continue the challenge.
Attorney General Todd Rokita says the Indiana Supreme Court has just upheld the abortion laws passed by the Indiana General Assembly. We celebrate this day, one long in coming but morally justified. Thank you to all the warriors who have fought for this day that upholds life. The privacy lawsuit itself still has yet to go to trial. There's currently no date for when that might happen. In the meantime, the Attorney General's office says the abortion ban still has to go through the normal court process before it goes into effect. Officials there say they were still figuring out what that involves.
And there's a separate challenge on religious liberty grounds. There's an order blocking the ban in that lawsuit, but that order only applies to people who have a sincere religious objection to the ban, such as members of the Jewish or Islamic faiths. I'm Garrett Bergquist for Wish TV, wishtv.com, and like us on Facebook.
Garrett, thank you. Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett says the ruling will make Indiana women less safe, writing full access to reproductive health care should be a fundamental right, and Hoosier women deserve the autonomy to make these personal decisions with their doctors. Just as I fought against these changes in state law, I will continue to fight at the State House for the restoration of full reproductive health care in Indianapolis.